Call of Duty Infinite Warfare starts off good. And you're expecting a but after that, but no. That is the statement I wanted to make. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare starts off good. It's late Saturday night, I've finished work, and in my hand I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. But I've got to upload a video, so no online play for me. What's this, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Campaign? Well, it's that or stare at the wall, so... No, look, I've enjoyed Call of Duty campaigns in the past. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, even Ghost in parts. With this series, I'm not looking for the deepest experience. And if it doesn't engage me on a mental or emotional level, at least entertain me.
Nice. Your fruit-killing skills are remarkable.
Also, I'm not some sheep that just says things suck without giving them a chance to impress me. And if it does something good, it gets the credit it's due, regardless of what's on the box. So this statement, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare starts off good, is true, because that's all I really know. I'm recording this right after playing the opening of Infinite Warfare, nothing else, not even the multiplayer. Just the first hour, and I've gotta say, that's how you open a game. Is it perfect? No. Does the rest of the game continue like its stellar opening? Again, I don't know, but its opening game is definitely strong. And look, I'm talking about Call of Duty in a DICE hoodie. I don't think I can get any less fanboy than I am right now.
The new frontier offered the promise of a new beginning.
So you start off with a cutscene quickly explaining this world. We started exploring the universe, built colonies, and they turned on us. Got it. Simple. And that's not really a bad thing. The bad guys in this game are just evil. It explains it all in one line.
They aren't revolutionaries. They want absolute power.
Lots of movies take that simple approach and we don't mind. Star Wars, these guys are good, these guys are bad. Also, why isn't this red beam melting our faces? Anyways, this opening explains the basics you need to understand what's happening. Is it amazing? No, but it is effective. And when expectations are as low as this, that's a compliment. So after a pretty epic shot of impending doom, we find ourselves in a dropship with guys that really like touching backpacks. They don't really have much characterization, but you really shouldn't get attached to these guys anyways. Then you dive to the planet's surface, and like I said, if you're not going to be deep, at least be entertaining. You land on the surface and look over a barren landscape that looks really alien and strange. Another thing you'll hear is it takes advantage of its setting. Instead of just being a Call of Duty game that happens to take place in future space, it uses that to do some unique things. But at heart, it still has the Call of Duty things, like walking forward and having an enemy attack the squad mate out of nowhere. I think that happens in almost every game. So your mission is to destroy a super weapon on this secret ice planet base thing. And you don't really know why, since it's an opening scene to just kind of set the mood. You break in, checking out some new tech like these cute spider grenades, and fight your way through the facility, same as insert Call of Duty game here. It's the usual Call of Duty fight from here to there thing. Now up to this point, I was excited but concerned. Is this just going to be the same thing as always? Then this happens.
Here, Wolf, compact model, same tech.
You get this amazing gun that explodes people on contact, which one just looks cool and two shows that this game is going to have some different unique weapons. So this awesome gun was the first of two things that really piqued my interest, and the second was this. Is that a mech in my Call of Duty? Awesome! This thing is cool. It's not the deepest fight ever, you blast it till it's dead, but the spectacle of blowing off limbs with really satisfying explosions and on-screen prompts just had me pumped. At this point, I was on board and really ready to give the game a chance. I mean, mech battle. Mech battle! So that's basically it. They throw a few more mechs at you for a good oh shit moment, but it's just a setup to blast them with the big guy. This is where you meet the presumed bad guy, Mr. Jon Snow. He's this game's Kevin Spacey, but I've never seen Game of Thrones, so it doesn't really do anything for me. He does the whole I'll kill my own men thing that we've seen in other games.
I hate when things get out of control. You fucking jabber, you couldn't fucking do that!
But it is a little different seeing as he does it for no reason, showing how little he actually cares. It's not new, but effective in showing us how ruthless they can be, and gets the point across at least.
That is why you cannot win.
So then it's revealed what you were playing was actually a recording being watched by our real main character. This caps off the opening scene of the game, setting its tone like any good story does. And on that note, its tone actually grabbed me. These people are taking their world seriously, and are written well enough that I actually believe these could be real people doing their real jobs in the future. For a bad example, look at Call of Duty Ghosts. That game was fun in places, but had a terrible cast of characters that you couldn't help but laugh at.
So this is how it ends, Elias? You gonna throw me out of this plane?
They were so serious and wanted you to think that the ghosts were so badass that it just came off comical. But in what I've played so far, these people seem like actual people, and that makes it easier to get sucked in.
Make no mistake. My instincts, which are aligned indelibly with your own, are that we need to engage.
Why don't we, sir?
Snow gets a little close to being ridiculous in this opening scene, but in the classic vein of, these are the bad guys, it works. So you meet up with your friend, press X to pay respects at this memorial, and head outside to see—
Welcome to Fleet Week!
Whoa! What is this, Halo 2? Cause it looks awesome! Today is a parade of all the ships in Earth's space fleet. They all gathered in the same place. A place that if someone attacked would be a good time to ambush, don't you think? Yes, this part is cliche, and I saw it coming a mile away, but it's really the only of course moment here. So I'll let it slide for at least not wasting my time. Also, this is the perfect time to bring up a comparison many are making. While most of the gameplay is a far cry from the Halo series, we'll get to that in a minute, a lot of the settings and themes are similar. People are definitely quick to call ripoff, and I can see the similarities. This intro starts feeling like Halo 2 right here, with walking and talking while a celebration is going on and then getting surprise attacked by the enemy. Yes, it's similar, but instead of being a ripoff, can't it be inspired by? Halo 2 was released 12 years ago, and I've got to ask, when do things stop being ripoffs and become inspirations? Halo is getting old enough now that people who played them when they were younger are now making games themselves. Is it possible that some new talent working on Call of Duty games were inspired by these Halo games from their childhoods? I'd like to think so, and it's not like Halo campaigns are getting much better. Ugh. So before the attack, you meet a new character, Ethan, or E3N33 something, a robot soldier that has the personality of those boxes in Interstellar.
You got feelings, Ethan?
I do, Lieutenant. I do. I carry the brain of a human farmer.
Holy shit, are you serious?
No, ma'am, not at all.
He's a fun subversion of the stereotypical robot since he has a personality. Also, since he is brand new, the other characters ask and answer a lot of questions about the world he doesn't know.
Why are they targeting our civilians?
I don't know, Ethan.
Why are they attacking us, sir?
Seth's been trying to take control for years, Ethan.
This lets these characters explain this crazy future world without having a million exposition dumps every 5 seconds. So now that everything is set up, your Pelican gets shot down and you get thrown right into the action. I could go through this part step by step, but there's only so many ways I can say you fight bad guys, move up, and fight some more. It's somewhat varied, but it's a Call of Duty game, and if you don't like their pop and stop gameplay, this one's not gonna change your mind. But what it does that other Call of Duty campaigns have failed before is give you a reason to shoot the people you're shooting at. The whole defend the city and get control of the tower reminds me of the opening mission in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. They literally dropped you into the city mid-battle with no reason to fight the people the game calls bad guys. They were more concerned with making something that looks cool, like, ooh, look, drones, ooh, drop pods, ooh, tanks, future tanks. What Infinite Warfare gets that Advanced Warfare didn't is what's important is why you're fighting, not the fact that you are. Some games can get away with having a weak story if the gameplay is really good, but this is Call of Duty. It's simple, so give us a reason to want to fight. In the story, we know the Settlement Defense Front, these guys, are bad dudes. They've shown us why we should hate them. It's not enough to have characters tell you they're bad. You, as a player, need to dislike them, so when moments like this come up with people screaming in horror,
There's movement inside.
Reyes, hide that door.
I see one!
or a huge ship crashing into a city, it actually carries some weight because these guys that I already hate are doing more fucked up shit. Also, in the moments after that dust cloud, there's a little character moment that stood out.
You okay, sir? Get yourself to safety!
It's just Ethan helping a person up, but it teaches you something about that character. Little touches like this should be commonplace in the games industry, but too many times they take the easy way out, walk from here to there. Little additions like this make it feel like someone, somewhere, kind of cared when they were putting this together. Also here, they use the future setting to their advantage. Ethan's a robot, so of course he'd have a flashlight built in. You know they could have easily just had you hold one up, so it's a nice touch. This is also where robots start dropping out of the damn sky. These guys are actually a really good way to gamify the game's enemies. What do I mean by that? Well, you know in games when they have the normal bad guys and then the stupid looking ones with body armor, the hard enemies? Well, this is a way to make different levels of enemies work within the game's world. You've got normal dudes, robots, and maybe more of these guys later. I don't know. And of course, more comparisons to Halo, but they did the same thing, having the Covenant made up of different races. So you fight your way through the city, they introduce this really cool hacking ability to let you take control of enemy robots. This happens.
Endurance is hit! Watch out!
And you make it to the safe house near the tower. One question, why do I, the human, pick up this heavy beam when we have a robot standing right there? A robot that probably has 10 times the normal human strength. In fact, he does this later. So why do I have to do it? I don't wanna. They probably needed a moment where the captain talks to you, so they were like, let's just put it here, without fully thinking through the situation. Little touches like this can add to the immersion, but short-sighted decisions can pull you out a bit. So this is it, the final push on the tower that's controlling our giant gun. And here the game lets you play with the toys it's been slowly introducing. You can hack robots, call in friendly ships to shoot down enemies, and it gives you a bit more freedom than the usual Call of Duty corridors.
Gold 2-4, I need you on the left flank. 2-6, take...
Copy, moving left!
All right, we did it. We stopped the SDF guy from blowing us up. Side note, I love that the robot charges the door to do the whole classic Call of Duty breach slow motion thing. Again, taking advantage of the setting. Now this next part is what sealed the deal for me. Up until here, I was having fun. Good motivation in the story, pacing is engaging enough, but it needed that one little touch.
Scars, fold in. We're going upstairs. Go flight.
On this race?
Affirmative.
We got it!
Let's get in there.
Space! You fly your little ship right into space with the rest of the fleet, and at this point, my heart was racing. In fact, throughout most of the opening, I felt that way. The story moves super fast, jumping from this to that to this to that. It might be a little bit too fast, but hey, at least it doesn't waste my time. So now you basically play the gritty reboot of Star Fox we never got in all range mode. A lot of space combat can leave you all turned around and not sure which way things are going, but I never got lost, probably because of all the debris from SDF ships that we blew up. Was this basically the space mission from Halo Reach? Yeah, but who cares? It was fun. And there you go, that's it. You've driven off the SDF attack, you land on your ship, and... This misdirection in the game was great and totally caught me off guard. Let me say that again. A Call of Duty game did something unexpected. It's a super carrier or whatever and wrecks most of the ships you have left before barely being driven off by ramming it with a whole nother ship.
Not execute collision! Captain's orders, 1-1. Multiple casualties aboard! All stations, Retribution's in trouble! Focus fire on that supercarrier!
Tigris is engaging. All scars, danger close.
After this, I really did have to catch my breath, like I was tense. Games don't get me that pumped very often. But credit where credit is due, Infinite Warfare's opening did. So you land on the ship with more little storytelling elements sprinkled here and there, and you find out that the captain was killed in the crash. Now you, as the highest ranking officer, are in charge. From there, you are given a simple command.
Our course of action moving forward is to buy Earth time while we rebuild our fleet.
Understood, Admiral. Tigris is prepared for tasking.
And there you have it, the perfect setup for the rest of the game. I remember nodding my head and saying, yeah, because it really is the perfect motivation. I want to go and get revenge, and that's what we're gonna do, I assume. Remember, I haven't played past this point, but the opening officially ends with the words,
I'll give you a moment.
as you look at the wreckage and reflect on all the events the opening just threw at you. A moment for the character and a moment for the player. And that's a little deeper than I'd expect for most Call of Duty games. And guys, that's it. That's where I played to. That's the opening. And you know what? I was impressed. For a game a lot of people were expecting absolutely nothing from, it has what I consider to be one hell of an opening. I was surprised. It's not amazing, it's not The Last of Us story-wise, but it's effective and makes me want to play more. From this point on, the game might suck and go completely downhill. And if you guys like this video, I'll be sure to come back with a look at the rest of the game. But regardless, I'm ready to jump into the rest of the game, and hopefully, I'm just as impressed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just so everyone knows, this was our first Patreon-supported video. You might have noticed the graphic in the beginning and the part that comes after this. But right here, I wanted to thank everyone who supported the show on Patreon, everyone who still watches these videos. Thank you so much. But anyone who went to Patreon, thank you even more. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting Culture Shock Network. Jump cut, and now I'd like to thank all the people who donated over $5 on the Patreon with a special thanks. Xavier Charlotte, thank you! Eric Lund, thank you! Michael Jacobs, thank you! Cody Edwards, thank you! Ha! Zach $2 Koopa, thank you! Ryan O'Connell, better known as Shadow Cloud, thank you! Ha! And Frederick Moeller, thank you as well. Ah!